Welcome back to The Balanced Blueprint, the podcast where we talk about living better, not just busier, balancing life, family, business with intention. I'm your host, Annette Orange. Today's episode is about mindset shifts, the small but powerful changes in how we think that can completely transform results in our lives. Tony Robinson said, "It's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently." Your mindset is the lens through which you see everything, opportunities, challenges, relationships, and growth. Change the lens and you can change the outcome. Sounds good, right? What a great way to start off the show. So there are some things today that I want to talk about. And the first one we're going to talk about is going from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. I'm going to teleprompter y'all, so I'm going to pause that right here. So fixed mindset versus growth mindset. And I want to reference a book called Mindset by Carol Dweck. And she breaks these two different types of mindset down. So basically a fixed mindset is someone who is adverse to change, doesn't take criticism well from others, stuck in their ways, assumes the negative over positive. Okay, the person with the growth mindset, they take criticism from others. They're open to others' ideas. They're able to consider all options and make the best decision, and they embrace change. So which one of those are you? And usually people with a fixed mindset usually also have a bunch of limiting beliefs as well. Person with a growth mindset, they have unlimited belief. I'll give you an example of a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. And we hear this a lot. Since we're in sales, this is a real estate podcast, we're talking sales, we'll make it relatable. Instead of saying, "I'm not good at sales," reframe it to, "I'm learning how to better connect with others." Sounds better, right? Because that's what you're doing. It's not that you're not good. It's that you're getting good. You're learning. You're failing forward. That's what you're doing in sales. So no, some people start off good, some may not, but you work towards being great at it, and you learn how to be a better connector with people, how to better understand people's needs. You just learn how to do a better job at it. And because you do that through having a growth mindset, knowing that time on task over time is going to get you better. So that's just one of those things. The second thing I want to talk about, and I think this is good to talk about, because I feel like sometimes in real estate you can go down, get from over there. You can go down a rabbit hole of so many things that you could be doing. Because with real estate, you have to be working on your business and in your business, right? And sometimes you spend more time working on it than in it, because on it is the administrative things, all the back end stuff, and entering listings, doing contracts, returning emails, going to trainings, and all those things. Going to this thing and that thing, and those are working on your business. But working in your business is doing your lead generation, going on your appointments, putting things under contract, those things that are bringing in business. And it's good to figure out how to be productive in this thing. Although those things all need to be done, and there's a time for that. Going from busy to productive, like doing the one thing, the thing that you need to be doing, or the thing every day that's going to move your business forward. And I'll reference another book. I have it right here. I'll reference another book. I thought I had it over here. I don't. The One Thing by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. Focus on the task that makes everything else easier unnecessary. That's what they're talking about. The one task that makes everything easy or unnecessary. What you doing over here? What you do? That one thing. Just focus on that one thing, and that's what keeps you productive. And also another thing that keeps you productive is time blocking on that calendar, and putting the important things first. Like you'll hear some people say, Do it when you know you're going to do it every day. Of course, do it when you fits your life. But I would, number one, make that lead gen and lead follow up first. You know, whatever you do lead gen wise, make it first. Okay? Because productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters the most. So do the important things first. Just go ahead and do that. Like they say, go ahead and get your workout out of the way before you start your day. Go ahead and do that first. Okay? So that's two things that I want to give you. The third thing that I want to talk about, and let me go back, because productivity isn't about doing more. It's what doing the matters most. And I mentioned that calendar. You guys, that calendar and journaling out is going to get you there. Like every day, writing out what you know you have to do, and then going back and reviewing. I'm going to do another video showing you guys. I'll show you right here. I'll show you. Let me show you my notes. You know, I just want you to like be locked in on this. So this is my one of my brain dumps. Get up in the morning, usually about 5:36, while she's still sleeping, and then I just started writing things down. And this is in the notes on my iPad. So it just helps me out so much. It keeps me from being frozen. It keeps me from wasting time, and I just know what I'm doing every day. But again, I also have that 411 action plan that I created in my business plan. My 3 strategies, and then the 3 to 5 strategies and tactics that I'm going to do every day. If you go look in files, if you're on Facebook looking this, you can, in the Facebook group, you can go on into the files and you'll see a 411 that you can download and fill out. I'll make sure to have that there for you. But going from busy from productive, you know. And so let's talk about shift gears. And talk about something else that we have to deal with in our real estate business. And that's from fear to curiosity. Going from being afraid to trying to get understanding. Because that's what curiosity is. It's trying to get understanding. From being afraid of what people are going to say and just being curious. I don't know what they're going to say, but I'm excited to see. I'm excited to hear what this person on the other end of the phone is going to say when I ask them these questions. I have a buyer consultation today at 2 p.m. from a lead that I pulled from next door. And I'm excited to hear her story, her motivation, why she wants to buy a home, what's going on in her life, and, you know, how I can help make it happen. I'm curious, you know, as to what she has going on and who she is. And how I can help while she's doing this. I'm curious. Okay? And so another great book, The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. Action cures fear. This is also a biblical concept as well. Action is the cure of all fear. Instead of fear and rejection, instead of fearing, approach it with curiosity. See what people have going on. You know, see why people are saying no. What is it about this that you don't like? What is it? You know, approach it as a curious person. What can I learn? What can I learn from this today? What can I learn from this person? What can I learn about this person's situation that can help me understand why they're thinking the way they're thinking, why they're doing what they're doing, why they're making the decision the way that they're doing it. And it's just, you gotta, when I say action is the cure all fear, asking questions, being bold enough to ask the question. You're being nosy, but ask the question. Be bold enough to ask the question. You know, but how can you help if you're not nosy? Nosy people sometimes are helpful too. They're not just nosy. Some of them are useless, but sometimes they're helpful. So get a little nosy and try to figure out what's going on, and that's through questions. Ask those questions. And how do we get good at asking questions? Going to script practice and role play. I'm guilty of it too, you guys. I used to be into it, and then it kind of got to a thing where I just wasn't into the whole script practice role play because I did cold calling, and it's just an experience to where I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But, you know, even in talking to people, like I have somebody that I'm going to talk to today. It's a cold call, but it's not a cold call because she asked me to contact her. But I'm coming from a place of curiosity, okay? So the fourth thing, and this is the final thing, I won't talk to you guys too long because I don't like for these to be too long, 10 or 15 minutes, is going from self-doubt to discipline. Going from self-doubt to self-discipline. I'm handling this little girl here, y'all. I'm going to handle her because I'm going to do this with or without her. That's just one of the things I pledge to do this, and just got to work around your kids sometimes. You know, if you're a real estate agent with a baby, a little kid, this podcast is for you. It's like if you're a mom realtor, you're trying to figure out how to navigate your real estate business with a kid, this is for you. Because I'm going to navigate it with her. So last thing, self-doubt to self-discipline. That's the last topic that I have written down here. And again, another Tony Robbins book, Awaken the Giant Within. Emphasize taking control of emotions and actions. Emphasize taking control of emotions and actions. And the best way to take control of emotions and actions is having plans. Having a plan, and then also removing your emotion from the outcome. Like not being emotionally attached to the outcome will make things better for you. Like just work on the process, just work your plan every day, no matter what. Go through your daily lead generation activities. When that person calls back or inquires, do those steps that you take to follow up with them to convert them to the appointment. When you get the appointment, do the things that you're supposed to do on the appointment. Do the things that you're supposed to do consistently, because it's not y'all. Because it's not the things that you just do one time, the things you do over and over again, and consistently follow your process. That's real. Like I 100% believe in that. Like, because everything that I've tried has worked at least one time. So if it's worked at least one time, imagine what would happen if I got consistent at it, right? So just that. Take control of the emotions and the action. Take control of your emotions by removing them. You're here to work the process. You're here to work the business plan. Work the action plan. Cross it off every day. Cross it off. Work the action plan. And I'll show y'all, like, I'll create some other videos of just things that I do every day. Like, because I'm a big Microsoft tools. I use Microsoft a lot. OneNote. I use, like I showed you, I use the Notes app. I'm really big in technology and using my business. I use ChatGPT a lot. So I'll start sharing lead generation resources that you can use to get these leads so you can get that time on task over time. And actions, just stepping up and getting to it. Putting that time in your business every day. Block off on your calendar when you're going to work on your real estate business. Because I know some of us have other things going on. Not everybody's full time. But block off in your day when you're going to work on your business and do those things, right? Action. If you're showing up and doing it every day, it's going to work. Because like they say, most people go with the first agent that they talk to, and most agents only reach out one time and they don't follow up. So if you get up and do what you're supposed to do every day, you're beating out 80% of agents, right? And guess what? Success is not built on motivation alone. It's built on daily discipline. So it can't be how you feel. It can't be this, that, and the third. It's just things that you just do. You just get in the habit of doing your business every day and consistently doing the things, right? It's daily discipline, even when the motivation isn't there. But here's one thing that I learned. I was talking to somebody about this the other day because she was talking about coming onto my real estate business, Virtual Properties Realty. If you're looking, join a brokerage or join a team. If you're looking for a place called home, definitely reach out to me. But we were talking about this, and I told her, I said, it's taking me a while to crack the code, but I'm enjoying being a realtor because I'm waking up every day doing the things that I like doing to generate business. Like, here are the things every day that I like doing that I know I'm going to do. Because in real estate, there are a lot of shiny objects, right? There's so many things that you could be doing, so many things. But you have to find the things, because you could cold call, but if you don't like cold calling, are you going to do it every day? No. Why make your life a living hell trying to do something every day to grow your business that you don't like doing? You don't like door knocking. Don't do it. Do the things that you know you like doing so that you can do them consistently no matter what. I like doing these things. I like making videos. So here I am making a video. Okay? Trying to grow my coaching business, trying to grow my downline, trying to motivate the people who have come to Virtual Properties Realty because of me. So, not built on motivation, but they discipline. I know every week I got to get up and make this podcast because I've committed to doing it no matter what. All right, so that's those 4 things. That's those 4 things. I don't like to talk or make these too long. So now I got a little baby right here, and then I got a tight schedule. I have some other things to do. Like I said, I have a buyer consultation at 2 p.m. from a lead that I got off next door, and I'm going to post that strategy as well. I'm going to start doing some Zooms and showing you guys strategies of how to run your business and get leads for those of you who don't like doing the things I said. Okay, but anyway, I'm watching time here. We're at 16 minutes. I have to keep these down to 20. 3 quick mindset shifts. And I have a teleprompter back here, you guys. I have everything planned out that I want to say. And that's just to stay on task so I'm not talking and saying things that are irrelevant to the topic at hand. Because today we're talking about mindset, so let's stay there. 3 quick shifts. So here's a life one. And I'm going to do these with y'all. Write down 1 negative belief you've been repeating to yourself and flip it into a positive. That's what I want you to do. I want you to take 1 negative thing that you've been saying and flip it into a positive. Remember I told y'all what mine was? Is that I feel like I'm not a good buyer's agent. I'm not a good buyer's agent. I said that so many times. But it's not that I'm not a good buyer's agent. It's that I'm finding my place in the process of working with buyers. Because I don't have to control the entire situation. I don't have to be, the all. I can use leverage, partners, showing assistance, things of that nature. But, flip into a positive. It's not that I'm not a good buyer's agent, but I found my strong point in the buying process and where I add the most value. I only add value. I add value in these ways as a buyer's agent. And I'll keep working on that. But that's one thing that when it comes to my business that I was saying that was messing up my money. So change that. I'm changing that. Okay, family. Replace I don't have time with it's not a priority. All right. Watch how that changes what you focus on. Because there's time, but this isn't something that, I can find time for it later on, but it's not something I have to do immediately. So instead of saying that, because sometimes you tell people you don't have time, I'm just feeling it's just not a priority at this second. I got you. Got some other things cooking right now, but it's not. I just don't. It's not a priority. So it just even sounds. It hits better. The third thing, business wise, ask yourself the 1 thing question every morning. What's the 1 thing I can do today that will make everything else easier or unnecessary? What is that 1 thing? What is that 1 thing I can do? Find that thing. All right, that's it. We talked. We're at 18 minutes and 37 seconds here. Thanks for listening to the Balance Blueprint episode 2. If today's conversation gave you a new perspective, share this podcast with a friend who needs that same mindset shift. Share it with your real estate friends, your real estate buddies. Subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, AO Real Estate ATL, for daily motivation, business tips. Remember, your thoughts shape your actions. Your actions shape your future. Let's build a better one together. All right, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm off.